Welcome to the Gold Collection, a 24-carat guide through A to Z, shining the spotlight on the best of the best from the world of entertainment. D is for Debonair, Deja Vu, Diets, Dames, Divorce, Dancers, Departed, and more. Today, the Gold Collection is brought to you by the letter D, and D stands for Debonair. And who could be more debonair than Hollywood's legendary actor, Cary Grant? Both on screen and off, Cary was suave, witty, and charming. His uninhibited screen persona was praised whether he was in a serious war drama or a screwball comedy. If you watch any Cary Grant film, you will instantly recognise his matured mannerisms, his on-screen charisma and scene-stealing performances. He is the ultimate debonair gent. Another legend who has made our debonair list is singer and actor Bing Crosby. Born Harry Lyssus Crosby, he is known the world over as Bing, a nickname that came about when he was young and read the comic strip Bingville Bungle. When it came to comedy, Bing's effortless style and off-handed performance made the simplest scenes amusing.
We played a game of stay away, but it costs more than I can pay. Without you, I can't make my way.
Frank Sinatra! Hello, Franco. Who's driving? Frankie, my son.
Every time it rains, pennies from heaven.
Frank Sinatra's subtle overtones, distinct phrasing and moving performances helped make the talented performer a household name.
You'll find your fortune falling all over the town.
When it came to performing, Frank was an instinctive actor, often taking on roles that mirrored his own personality. And what a personality it was.
Hey, troopers. Right on time. Yeah, they're good. The best. All right, bye. Follow me.
He lived most of his life in the headlines, but remained, in the eyes of his fans, eternally debonair.
Suppose I could have a few words with Mr. Benson.
D is for Deja Vu.
I'm not crazy, Shaw.
D is for Deja Vu.
I'm not crazy, Shaw.
Ever watch a movie and think that you've seen it somewhere before?
Something happened out there in the desert that night during that mission, and it's not what we thought it was, and it happened on my watch.
We've been down this road with you before, yeah?
You may have had a case of deja vu with the 2004 remake of the psychological thriller, The Manchurian Candidate.
Millie Bennett. Named after Arnold Bennett.
The original film, which featured Frank Sinatra, tells the story of an assassination attempt on a US politician. The remake stars Denzel Washington as Army Major Bennett Marco, a career soldier who grows suspicious about his experience in the First Gulf War. In 2004, the Coen brothers remade The Lady Killers.
Allow me to present myself formally. Goldthwaite Higginson Doer, Ph.D. I saw the sign in your window advertising a room to let.
I'm looking for a quiet tenant.
Madam, you are addressing a man who is quiet, and yet not quiet.
I know how to decomplicate it.
What you doing? I know your mama raised you better than that.
The only thing remaining from Alec Guinness's original version is the plot. 2004's characters and comedy were all brand new.
Is he handsome? He's single.
Please.
The romance drama Pride and Prejudice gave audiences Deja Vu in 2005, only 10 years after the BBC made the 1995 miniseries.
Sir, I cannot accept you.
In the second feature-length adaptation of the book, Keira Knightley plays the famously strong-willed Elizabeth Bennet.
Your sister's from destitution. You cannot make me.
Could you expect me to rejoice in the inferiority of your circumstances?
From the first moment I met you, your arrogance made me realize that you were the last man in the world I could ever marry.
Deja vu, anyone? D is for Director's Cut. They're a little longer, have a few more special effects, and sell a ton of DVDs. But are they any better? Our first film is Alien, the Director's Cut, arguably the scariest movie ever made. After almost 25 years, director Ridley Scott digitally restored the images, enhanced the audio and sound effects, trimmed a few shots to tighten transitions, and added about 5 minutes of deleted footage.
Move! Get out of there!
The result was the director's cut, as scary as ever, because in space, no one can hear you scream. Our next director's cut is for the cult classic Donnie Darko. The plot for the 2001 film starring Jake Gyllenhaal has so far defied definitive explanation, leaving fans to draw their own conclusions about the puzzle set on film by director Richard Kelly. The new version offered an extra 20 minutes of material, including deleted scenes. But the real reason behind the director's cut was that writer-director Kelly wanted to treat the fans who had supported the movie.
It would be good for you to mark my face. It will be the last thing you see on this earth.
King Arthur's director's cut DVD release was a little unusual. It was the first time that a director's cut has been available simultaneously with the theatrical version.
If this be our destiny, then so be it. But let history remember that as free men, we chose to make it so.
For the DVD, director Antoine Fuqua has recut the film using his original vision, with blood, guts, beheadings, and a more sombre ending. Whether it's for fans, fame, or to fix the film, director-cut DVDs certainly sell. D is for diet, and these actors went the whole 9 yards to achieve their character's desirable figure.
It's been 6 wonderful weeks, 4 fabulous days, and 7 precious hours. And to make it absolutely clear, 1 flawless boyfriend.
Bridget, what on earth are you doing?
Getting dressed.
Are you dancing around in that tent?
I don't want you to see any of my wobbly bits.
Renee Zellweger reportedly gained over 10 kilograms for her role in Bridget Jones's Diary and its sequel, both times slimming back down to her thin figure.
Why you wanted to go out with me? I embarrass you. I can't
Renee
scheme.
remained quiet about the methods she used and the details behind her high-fat diet. Toni Collette has also had her fair share of figure-altering diets. For her breakthrough role in Muriel's Wedding, she gained over 18 kilograms in 7 weeks. While she later struggled to return to her healthy lifestyle, the role won her an Australian Film Institute Award for Best Lead.
No, but I also don't want you on my couch for the next 3 months. Let her do this.
For her 2005 film In Her Shoes, Toni put on over 10 kilos, but went on to lose the weight during filming to help reflect her character's journey.
You figure it out!
While Renee and Toni's diets helped them bulk up, the weight loss record goes to Christian Bale. For his role in The Machinist, Christian dropped, wait for it, 28 kilograms.
If you were any thinner, you wouldn't exist.
His daily diet during that time was nothing more than a can of tuna and an apple.
Cigarettes, and if I really needed it, I had an apple. It was apples, so I kind of kept on jumping.
While he's aware of the stress he placed on his body, Christian hasn't ruled out going to those extremes again, all in the name of art. D is for dames. Maggie Smith has been tagging Dame onto her name since 1990, when she was appointed a DBE, or Dame Commander of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire.
What's your name? Amy.
Becoming a dame is just one of the many honours Maggie has had bestowed upon her. With her Oscar wins for California Suite and The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie, her 1990 Tony Award for Best Actress in Lettuce and Lovage, together with her Emmy, Maggie became only the 13th performer to win what is known as the Triple Crown. In 2004, Maggie joined another dame for the touching drama Ladies in Lavender. Arguably one of Britain's most respected and versatile actresses, Dame Judi Dench has managed to maintain her status beyond that of many of her contemporaries, from the present and the past.
There's a Russian man. She frightens me.
This multi-award-winning actress has honed her craft superbly and was honoured with an Order of the British Empire in 1970 and then Dame of the British Empire in 1988. Another dame is England's World War II sweetheart, Vera Lynn. Vera's ballads became popular with the servicemen during the war, and as she read out letters from loved ones, she was seen as the link between the men abroad and their homes. While she has rarely been seen performing after the 80s, this dame always made the effort to appear at events celebrating the end of the war. Our final dame for today is Dame Joan Sutherland. The Australian is a true diva and one of the world's greatest opera singers. Singing for as long as she can remember, Dame Joan has now retired. She was made Dame of the British Empire in 1979. D is for divorce. If a girl's wedding is supposed to be the happiest day of her life, then Elizabeth Taylor has had 8 magic days and consequently 8 divorces. Her first marriage was to Hilton heir Conrad Hilton Jr. Their marriage was over in less than a year.
Well, do you like it?
You should have told me, Sylvia.
I didn't want to paint any pictures.
Her 5th and 6th wedding and her 5th and 6th divorce were to actor Richard Burton, whom she met during the filming of Cleopatra.
How do you like it?
Mickey Rooney has also had 8 marriages, but only 7 divorces. It seems that he got lucky with wife number 8 and decided he would keep her.
Mommy, you waited up for me. Give me a kiss.
The two have been a couple since 1978 and even share a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Mickey and Jan were awarded the star in honour of the 25 years that they have spent entertaining together. I guess you can find love in Hollywood after all. Zsa Zsa Gabor is also known for her many divorces. She's been married a staggering 9 times. With 7 divorces and 1 annulment under her belt, She finally found the one in 1986. Frederick von Anhalt remains Zsa Zsa's husband. It's interesting to note that their marriage officially awarded her the title of Princess von Anhalt, Duchess of Saxony. Our final divorced celebrity is Liza Minelli. While she has only had half as many partners as our previous stars, she is known for her many public relationships. Her fourth marriage was to David Guest, but the pair separated just 16 months after their lavish, star-studded New York wedding. It looks like there are two things certain for celebrities: divorce and taxes.
Totally different type of show. I mean, I think they're fantastic.
D is for Disneyland. Disneyland is a dream come true. The dreamer of this magical little park was Mr. Walt E. Disney. Walt wanted to create a kind of family park where children and parents could have fun together. The original plans for the park were on 8 acres next to Burbank Studios, but as his dream kept growing, it was clear that 8 acres wouldn't be enough. In 1953, Walt Disney found 100 acres in Anaheim, just outside Los Angeles. He needed space to build rivers, waterfalls and mountains. He would have flying elephants and giant teacups, a fairy tale castle, moon rockets and a scenic railway, along with all the famous Disney characters inside this magical kingdom. Disneyland is divided into 5 unique lands: Main Street USA, Adventureland, Frontierland, Fantasyland, and Tomorrowland. As well as the Anaheim Park, there is another Disneyland in Florida, along with international parks in Tokyo, Paris, and Hong Kong. Even though Walt Disney wasn't able to see his park prosper and grow into the 21st century, his legacy still lives on. D is for dancers. Few would argue with the opinion American entertainer Fred Astaire was the greatest dancer ever seen on film. In a double act with his sister Adele, Fred danced in cabarets, vaudeville houses and music halls all over the world before he was 20. As with many Broadway luminaries, Astaire was beckoned to Hollywood, where legend has it his first screen test was dismissed with "can't act, slightly bald, can dance a little." But it was when Astaire was paired with the equally talented Ginger Rogers that things really started to heat up on the dance floor. The duo went on to have numerous hits together. So popular were they with audiences, they had studio bosses dancing all the way to the bank.
When we're out together dancing cheek to cheek.
1952's Singing in the Rain, starring Gene Kelly, is one of the most loved and celebrated film musicals of all time. The acrobatic dancer, star and choreographer, Kelly put his upbeat charm on this evergreen favourite and made this dance scene an absolute classic. Although this 2005 remake gave Gene a whole new lease on life, thanks to computer wizardry. D is for Departed.
I don't know quite how to put this, gentlemen, but there is a thief among us.
TV comedy actor Ronnie Barker, who starred in Porridge and The Two Ronnies, died aged 76 in 2005.
Good evening. I am the president of the Loyal Society for the Relief of Sufferers from Mispronunciation. For people who cannot say their worms correctly, or who use the wrong worms entirely, so that other people cannot understand the bird they are spraying.
One of the most loved and respected comedy performers of his generation, he was best known as one half of a double act with Ronnie Corbett.
No, 4 candles. Handles for forks.
This is.
I believe it's a photograph.
Don Adams, who passed away aged 82, is best known for playing the self-confident but monumentally inept secret agent 86, Maxwell Smart, in the TV sitcom Get Smart. Actor Sir John Mills, who played the quintessential British officer in scores of films, died aged 97 after an Oscar-winning career spanning more than 50 years. Mills's roles ranged from Pip in Great Expectations to the village idiot in Ryan's Daughter. Robert Wise, who won 4 Oscars as producer and director of the classic 1960s musicals West Side Story and The Sound of Music, also died in 2005. He was 91.
What will you have though to keep clean?
Skyscrapers bloom in America.
Wise was nominated for 7 Oscars, including the 4 he won, during a career that lasted more than 50 years. Irish comedian Dave Allen, famed for his TV routines as he perched on a stool with a drink and a cigarette in hand, died in his sleep, aged 68.
2 pop 1 pixie each way in the 3
James Doohan, the burly chief engineer of the Starship Enterprise in the original Star Trek TV series and motion pictures, who responded to the command, "Beam me up, Scotty," died aged 85.
Captain. Orbit plot shows we have about 8 minutes left.
Scotty, I can't change the laws of physics. I've got to have 30 minutes.
That's all for today. Next time on The Gold Collection, we'll be entertained by E!